Hello there and welcome to Lower 6 Maths A-Level Practice Paper D. Here we're working on question 9. We have y equals ab to the power of x passes through 2 points 2, 400 and 550. Find the values of a and b. Okay, well let's plug those two values in and create some equations. So we're going to have 400 as the y value equals a times b to the power of 2. And for the next one, it's going to be 550 equals AB to the power of 5 there. Great, so what we're going to do here is effectively solve these by simultaneous equations. Now, generally the method for solving by simultaneous equations is you either rearrange and substitute in, or you add or subtract the equations from each other. What we're going to do here is a very similar method to that, in that we're going to take the equations and divide them by each other. So, on the right hand side, I'm going to write this one out first. ab to the power of 5 over ab squared is going to be equal to, so equation 2 divided by equation 1 here, that's going to be 50 over 400. And now we can cancel some of these out. A cancels out with a, so that's exactly why I've done it. I've wanted my a's to cancel out, and the only way I can do that is by dividing. I get b cubed equals, this will simplify to 1 over 8, and this will eventually end up as b equals a half. Now you can do this by substituting it, making a the equation, the subject to both of the formulas, and then setting the equations equal to each other. There are lots of different ways of doing this, but b will always equal a half. And then if we plug this back into equation 1 here, we're going to get 400 equals a times a quarter. So timesing up by 4, you get 1600 equals a. Okay, great. So that's the value of a and b. Given that 1600, that's a, times b, that's a half, to the power of x is less than k. For some constant k is greater than or equal to greater than 0, show that x is greater than log 1600 over k divided by log 2. So we need to get this 1600 over k first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get 1600 over k. So I'm going to divide through by k. So I get 1600 over k times a half to the power of x will be less than or equal to 1. The next thing I'm going to do is times by 2 to the power of x on both sides. That will cancel out the half to the power of x on both sides, and 2 to the power of x, no matter what value of x, will always be positive, so I don't need to worry about the sign on my inequality here. So 1600 over k is less than 2 to the power of x. Okay, and then what we're going to do is we're going to effectively log to the base of anything on both sides. So log of 1600 over k, that's exactly what I'm looking for up here, will be less than log 2 to the power of x. Now with logs, I can pull a x out to the front, so I can pull any powers out as multiples. So that would be x log base of anything of 2. Divide through by log 2 and you get log 1600 over k divided by log base of anything of 2 will be less than x, which is exactly what we were looking for in the question here, so as required. Okay, great, that's 9 marks for that question.